just wanted to show you this jig that I made, which is going to help me make these box joints. I think they come out pretty good. I think the main thing is that they're guaranteed to be even because I'm using this particular slot cutter blade assemblies, slightly less than 1.5 inches. I think they make these things in metric measurements. So what I did was I took the standard right angle fixture that Inca provides, holds the wood down, and the Bessie holds it against the right angle fixture. But you might also notice that normally the way the right angle fixture for the Inca tools works is that this part here, right there, would ride along my fence. But I had kind of spotty success with that, and so I thought, I'm going to go along my miter channel, and in order to pull that off, I had to change the standard shoe that it comes with to my own custom shoe. As you can see, I sliced it just like that, so it fit both in the channel snugly as well as into the miter. So when I slide along, I know that I'm going in an exact right angle to the blade. And since this is clamped down, it's not going to go anywhere. And these have already been done, and some of these I actually pre-chamfered using a roundover blade on my router table, but I kind of wish I didn't do that because it makes the box joints much more difficult to do. But the basic idea here is that this is kind of showing you past tense because these are already cut. I'm going to be cutting some new ones here, but this goes right up against the fence, and then I get my Bessie and make sure I push it against the fence, and keeping that flush against fixed lift is what they call it. But I've got this thin piece of aluminum strip, very thin. It's kind of like a piece of paper essentially, but rigid. And I try and shove it underneath the wood and it won't go, and I try and shove it behind the wood, between the wood and the fence, and it won't go. So I know it's flush. So that's my tool. Yeah, I'm not going to run it because it's unplugged, but I just want to show you that as it slides along, it goes into those teeth there, and it makes the cut. Now, what's important is that this is the correct height. The blade is at the correct height for the grooves at the exact height. So when I cut this one, it came out just right, and that'll be ready to go. Okay, so I release my Bessie and I can pull this out. It's real snug, being held down on the table. So as you can see, I got a lot of wood to cut. These have already been done, and they're all the same, which I like. Need to be careful with how I run it through. I've got to do a very smooth stroke when I run it through the machine. Slow but deliberate. Otherwise, if I linger too long, it'll burn the wood, and I do have some burning going on. And the best thing that I could come up with to fix that was this thing here. It is called a pin file, and recommend that you invest in these. You can get them at Harbor Freight for crazy cheap. And as you can see, that will go inside there, and you can trim it. But definitely do not trim the sides. Do not trim the sides. Only trim this just to get rid of the burning, because this thing creates perfect box joints. So if you go beyond that, it'll be too loose, and then you'll end up never done. I'm going to go ahead and finish up these other guys. I like to do them 2 at a time. So I'll just take any 2 here. I did have to, as I said, cut them to the correct width here, because this blade is not 1.5 inches in the machine, or the jig. So I guess I'm just showing you this because I'm just so happy with the way that the jig turned out. I went through a lot of variations, a lot of different attempts to find the best way to do that. Well, that was pretty exciting. You'll notice that when I come back, it slides right through the blades. I don't have to worry about that. You can release that. You'll see exactly what it looks like when it cuts it. You can see that there's a little bit of tear out because it is, at the back end. But I didn't really need a third board because I can just scratch those off with my thumbnail and then do my tiny bit of pin filing like I showed you. So I think they turn out pretty clean. Not too much burning because I got the speed right. So I'm going to flip it around so that the bottom stays the bottom.